Welcome back, my friends. This is still our interview with Sifu Terry Faircloth. Part 2. You have just entered the Mavericks Dojo.
I did a lot of risky things. I did things that most people wouldn't do. And I say that because when you have a good paying job, and you have a house, I had a mobile home at the time. I was like 22, and a piece of land, and then decent, a good paying job. And I've been there for like 4 years, and I quit. I quit my job when I opened it. When he handed me to school, I quit my job and went to do it full time. I realized it was going to be hard, but I didn't realize I was going to. I watched everything I owned and bought and created, up to that point in my life. I watched it all get repoed and this and that, because the money, it was hard. It was struggling for 5 years. And after that, it took off. So most people wouldn't do that, but I made up my mind that I wanted to do this for a living, and I knew that I had to go full time to get better. Otherwise, I'd only get so much better each time I came in.
You learned some things from Al DeCascos, right? The legend.
Oh yeah, Sifu. Wow, 16 years of that man. That's awesome. That's 16 years of my life.
Wow, man. How was it, his skill in real life? I mean, what was that experience like, learning from him?
For a while, he was like standing in front of an electric fence, and never knowing what's coming out of him. I didn't learn like street or the one hop do art, the art form. Like he taught his students the forms and this and that. I didn't learn that from him at all. He allowed me my own freedom of Kachimbo and the Choctaw branch of it, and he taught me what he does himself in the street, and so that's what I learned from him for 16 years. I didn't learn any of the one-up-to-go material as far as their forms or anything like that. I learned strictly street and the flow drills of one-up-and-go, which are incredible. And that's the link, because it just all tied together. But Sifu Ao he taught me how to become street orientated, and that self-protection and self-defense are two different worlds, and most people aren't aware of that. Most people link them together, but they're not.
Right.
Self-defense is a facet of self-protection. And it's one little part of it, and securing your perimeters at home, that's another part of it. And self-protection is all around you, not just martial art, not just the self-defense. That's securing your home. How to secure your home so that you can avoid invasions, home invasions, which happen as we speak. Somebody's being invaded, attacked, assaulted, kidnapped. They're ugly words, but they exist and they're true and it's real. And those that fail, don't do anything to prepare for it, those are the ones that you see that are victims. Or period, they're victims. And I get to educate people on how not to become a victim, because it's for real. There are people out there that will hurt you and not even care about it, And so that's what I love about it. I love about educating people that it is for real. Do something. Because otherwise, I hear the same old thing. I can't believe this happened in our neighborhood. On the news. I'm thinking, where are these people? Don't they watch that? It's for real. People out there are not friendly. Crazy. That's crazy. So, but when it does come to self-defense, what I like about Sifu Ao was at the elbows and knees, and how to flow and how to be exotic With it, kick, make a kick, not just a kick, but make a U, awkwardness and explosion. And, Sifu, wow.
Yeah.
Incredible man. And he gave me so much inspiration. Let me share this with you, Alex. This is how much inspiration. I was tuned into him so much that if he said it, I believed it, and so it's going to happen. I can remember for 3 years he said on your school you need to open intros. You need to have intro programs. That's like 3 lessons, half hour, $30, and they get to experience it, and you get to experience them, and then you sign them up, as a student. I didn't do it for 3 years. I didn't do it. I heard him, but I didn't do it. If he taught me physical, I did it. But if I was mental, the day I did it, 30 days later, I called him up and said, "Wow, Sifu, this is the first time I ever made $2,000 in 1 month teaching martial arts." And he went, "That's good, Terry." But, I couldn't live on that a week. And I went, "What?" And then, get this, Alex, from that day on, 1988, when he told me that, I've never done less than 2,000 a week. All I had to do was hear it. And when I heard it from him, it happened. And I just kept following the steps that he does in the school. Because, school does the business side of it.
Yeah.
And you have to, a lot of people are good teachers, but they don't know how to do the business end. And if you want to learn how to do the business end, you have to go find people who are already doing it right, and then learn from them. A lot of us don't want to do that, I didn't want to do it for a long time. That's why I didn't act on it. But the day I did, it changed my life. I mean, it changed my life. Totally. And, and if you're teaching for all the right reasons, and that was, I wanted to get students, and I wanted to get better myself. So the money kind of, it was just a bonus of following a method, how to do it,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
You have that same effect on people when you talk to them. Like, I know whenever we talk, I learn a lot from you too. And
thank you.
I've taken some of your business advice, and it's worked out for me because now, I'm making a lot more money as a martial arts teacher. You know what I mean? So,
awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
It's no different than the physical. When it's funny how when we learn martial art, we learn on a physical level, and the teacher don't have any problems going over and showing a student for the 30th time until they get it. We don't have any problems doing that, and you share it with them at different angles, so you're hoping they get it, and then when the light comes on, they get it, then they move on, forward more and more. But when it comes to mental, or from the voice, it's funny how we like this. Okay, let me give you an example. I've told you 3 times now not to do that, and I'm thinking, when I hear that, I could, let me give you a knife. I'm going to have a knife in my hand. I'm going to teach you a knife defense, and I'm going to only teach it 3 times. That's it. That's all you get. And see if you can learn it, and you'll find out that sometimes we have to be told more than 3 times till we finally get it. Even if it's something that doesn't have to do with martial arts at all. It can be something at home where, someone says, "Hey, can you pick up the rake outside," or whatever it is, and you forget about it, or you don't do it, or whatever, and then they say it again, you forget about it, or whatever, and then the 3rd time they're all over you, and I told you I'm not going to tell you again, and it's that kind of, hopefully people can see that it's the same as physical teaching, that sometimes people don't get it until they get taught it a different way.
Wow.
At least that's how I